Look how pretty. So we're just kind of like in town. I'm on my way to go get blood work. But I wanted to show you guys the pretty, pretty flowers. Hey guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you for joining me. Today is Monday, May 18th. So much is still going on, but my symptoms have, I feel like, developed more over the weekend. So I reached out to my primary care physician after the receptionist told me I already have an appointment with cardiology, so seeing my primary care physician is definitely not necessary. And I assured her I actually do need to see my primary care physician for several reasons. One of them, like I said, being that stuff has developed more and progressed more and changed, and she's going to need to be made aware of this. She's actually totally out of the loop with everything, and I know that's not the position she wants to be in. She likes to try to help navigate stuff. So I have an appointment Friday with her, but I'm trying to get it pushed up, or even just get somebody to leave her a message, because I'm, again, in a lot of pain, except for now it's like affecting the way that I can like move, like lifting my arms is very difficult, and this is all flak pain right now. I do have a pain vlog coming out, and it kind of like goes through the different types of pain that I've been enduring, but this flak pain is completely different. So flak pain, for anybody who doesn't know, just means pain in your back, which is right around your kidney. So it's basically kind of like the back of your kidney that hurts. I've had flak pain before because I have had kidney infections. So I know typically like how I react to it, if that makes sense. Like I know what's more difficult with it, what's normal with it, and how it feels. I've had the flak pain since being admitted to the hospital. It wasn't until I want to say Friday and then Sunday that the flak pain started becoming so unbearable that I was having trouble straightening up. I could not sit up this straight yesterday, guys. Like, I was hunched over from the pain in my back, and I've never been hunched over like that from pain in my back, so everything is just so strange. That's what I keep saying to my family. I've been through a lot medically, and I've seen a lot of crazy, honest. A lot of stuff outside the box and strange, but I've never been this level of strange that I can't even make heads or tails of it either. Usually I like have some sort of direction, like, okay, it's this illness acting up, and then it's like, okay, let me try this, and at least like you have more direction. Right now I feel like we don't have enough direction, but I do feel like the symptoms as they progress and with my labs that it's going to be really interesting to see about, a tumor or a growth on the adrenal gland. I'm wondering if something is there, if it's aggravating either the kidney or just the way it is, like laying or whatever, if it's just causing pain from time to time. So the interesting thing is, if I sleep, and this has been interesting too, is I'm not sleeping every night since coming home from the hospital, and that's not normal for me. Before the hospital, I was sleeping plenty. So if I sleep in the morning, like pain-wise, I'm okay. It's all bearable. It's there, whatever, but it's completely bearable. In the morning, though, I deal with a lot of weakness, a lot of like pot stuff, With my POTS, that's like, well, I can't even like really explain it because it's all over now. Right now it's high blood pressure, but usually it would be low. But I am very, very tachycardic, which means that my heart races. And I'm just like really unsteady in the morning and weak. It takes me a while like to kind of get going. But by the time, unfortunately, like I feel more awake, more alive, more me, that's usually around 11 o'clock recently, which is my lunchtime. I know it's really early. It's a long story. It has to do with medicine, and I had to switch my lunchtime years ago to 11 for meds, and it just stayed that way. So, oh well. And then after lunch, like, the pain starts more so, like, in my legs and stuff, and I start feeling like my legs are heavy. And then like the weakness progresses, and then as time goes on in the afternoon, the pain is getting worse in my back. So that's definitely interesting, and I'm trying really hard to take good notes. I will be doing a bullet journal walkthrough for anybody who's interested on how I'm tracking my symptoms and everything, because I just feel like right now there's so much to track and not enough energy, because like my mom will be like, oh, you need to track this or that, and I'm like, I'm already tracking so much. Like, I'm trying like to do a good job in tracking it, you know, and like not forget so much, but it's hard not to, honestly. Yeah, so like the symptoms are just very strange. The blood pressure seems to also react based on what I'm doing. So it depends, like sitting can go either way. It can go up or down my blood pressure. Laying down, definitely, as for most POTS patients, it's raising it, but it's hiking it up. Yesterday, I took a nap because I didn't sleep the night before. I woke up, my blood pressure was like 180 over like 95, so it went up like crazy. And then without medicine, but being upright like maybe an hour or two, and I don't mean like standing, I mean like sitting upright, it had dropped to like 95 over 60 something. The bottom number I don't remember right now, but the point is that it drastically dropped. So it is definitely very positional, but I know a lot of adrenal gland stuff, what I'm reading, like that correlate with my labs, it's very positional as well. So I just think stuff's aggravated, and I'm still getting really, really bad migraines. They're not like typical migraines though. So it's just everything that's happening is out of the norm. So it's just, you know, also trying to like readjust. And I have noticed since being home, I do feel more emotional again later in the day. I don't know if that's just like pain or if it's like an actual symptom of what's going on, because sometimes like I get anxiety before pain or like symptoms or before like getting really sick. So it's just trying to figure it all out. I finally scheduled all my follow-ups and tried to leave room a little bit just in case anybody wants to see me next week, because I have 3 appointments this week and 2 next week, and then I scheduled the last follow-up the following week because cardiology has been seeing me weekly, and I don't know if that's going to keep up. He didn't really say, which, I mean, if we have to do it that way, that's fine because it's telehealth, but I need to give myself time to breathe. And that's so important, especially with a chronic illness. It's really easy, guys, if you have a lot of appointments, to schedule all your telehealths at once, get them all over with. Don't do it. I did it. It was not pretty. I was like, oh, this is no big deal. I don't have to go anywhere. Like, it's going to be so much less energy to spend. But really, they're just as exhausting, even though I don't have to travel. I mean, sometimes there's just so much information, and it's exhausting. So don't push it, even if they are telehealth appointments. So I guess that's it. I'm really excited about this hairpiece that I am wearing. I've been looking on Pinterest for hair ideas when I can't sleep. I don't know why, it just seemed like a good idea to look up hairstyles, you know, at 2 in the morning. So this is actually a hair scarf. I've been looking everywhere for them. But this one I had from last year that came with a hair tie, so I was like, let me just play around with it. And it's actually really spoony or chronic illness friendly, which I love. It's super easy to put in your hair, and there's like a bajillion hairstyles on Pinterest for it, and it takes so little energy and effort, which is always really cool. That had nothing to do with anything, but I figured, let me share something that's not really chronic illness, right? So right now I'm basically just spending a lot of my days just trying to get through the day and resting and coping with everything, you know, like even though people say I do a good job with like coping and stuff, it does take energy to cope in general. And yeah, it's just a lot to get through every day, but we're doing it, right, Sadie? So, and I'm really blessed, you know, to have support and my pets and everything. So I am going to be doing a video more so on like how I cope and like what I find helpful, especially on like really bad days. And bad days can be like anything, like, you know, healthy people have bad days. So, like, what do you do to get through them? I think, you know, having lots of ideas for days like that is always a good thing. All right, and Friday, I will be having an Ehlers-Danlos syndrome awareness video going up. So I really do hope that you'll consider subscribing and liking this video, and I will see you guys soon.